this tour up here on deck number 14. Now, deck number 14 is only a small section of the ship towards the back, and this is where the Viking Crown Lounge sets. There's one set of elevators that comes up here, so just a few elevators will take you up to 14, more towards the back of the ship. Once you get off those elevators, you will see a set of stairs directly across from you that will take you up to 15. Now, on 15, that was formerly the chapel. Now it has actually been turned into an escape room. It's one of many activities that you will find here on the Independence of the Seas. Up here, you also do have the Suites Lounge. So if you are in a suite, this will be the lounge that you will come and enjoy a cocktail. There's a bar in there, as well as the Suites concierge will sit in there for any of your needs. You do have men's and women's bathrooms up here right outside the elevators, and then this ramp will take you up into the Viking Crown Lounge. This does double as the nightclub. So you see the dance floor there in front of me. There's lots of seating, tables, chairs, a giant bar where you can come and grab a drink. And right off of the Viking Crown Lounge, you've got the Crown Lounge. It's now called the Crown Lounge. It was formerly the Diamond Lounge, but this will be for Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacle members. As you can see inside, there's a small place where you can grab light bites to eat and snacks during the evening. And this Crown Lounge actually is one of the only Crown Lounges that has an outdoor area. So you've got this nice, beautiful outdoor seating area with stairs to take you down to deck number 13. We're gonna head down there and check that out now. We've come down one deck to deck number 13. Yes, this ship does have a deck number 13. At the very back of the ship here, you are gonna find all of the adventure stuff, all the stuff for kids. So we're gonna take a walk out there so that you got the perfect storm, the sky pad, the Flowrider, as well as the sports court and rock climbing wall out here. So we're gonna take a walk out here to see all of this. Now, if you are interested in the miniature golf, that sets at the very front of the ship. You can't access that from this deck. You have to go down and then across and back up from deck number 12. But let's take a walk out here and check out all there is to do on deck number 13. I will say I am impressed with the amount of activities found on Independence of the Sea because it is plentiful. As we walk out here, you do see the sports court. It is absolutely massive. So a huge sports court. That's the sky pad that sets up there. We'll see the entrance to that in just a second. And then here is the huge rock climbing wall. We're gonna keep walking towards the back of the ship here. But something that's really fun is you've got all of these swings up here with beautiful views. The staircase to the left of us is going to take you up to that Diamond Lounge. Now you do have to have access and be a Diamond, Diamond Plus, or Pinnacle member to go up those steps and into the Diamond Lounge. You've got some loungers in front of us. And then you do have a little bit of a climbing area for the small kids. So if you've got kids that just need to get a lot of energy out on their cruise, deck 13 is the place to bring them. Right past here, more loungers, and then you do have entrances to the sky pad right in front of me. If you don't know what the sky pad is, it is a giant trampoline virtual reality experience. So you've got stairs to get up to that, and then another set of stairs to get up to those water slides, which we call those the perfect storm. Right behind here, you do have the Flowrider with one of the best views in all the fleet. I love that this Flowrider sets all the way at the back of the ship. Most of them do, but these views just cannot be beat. You've got a viewing area here on either side, so you can watch your friends and family take their chance at the Flowrider. But we're gonna take a few steps down, and we're gonna actually just go down to deck number 12 from here. Decks 12, 13, and 14 here on the aft are really easy to access without having to really go far. So here on deck number 12, you've got a seating area. We're gonna walk back here in just a second, but I'm just gonna show you the amazing views that you've got off of the aft of the ship. It's nice and quiet down here too. So if you are looking to kind of come and get away from all of the noise, this is a great place to come and just take in the views and sit down. It's a beautiful day here in Grand Cayman. We were here on our last ship tour that we actually did just last week. If you watched that, that was Enchantment of the Seas. We're gonna keep walking here on deck number 12. Now back here at the back of the ship, you've got the entrance into fuel. That's going to be the teen club here on board, which sits right outside of Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets is one of several specialty restaurants that you'll find on Independence of the Seas. This is an a la carte restaurant, and it's very similar to the Johnny Rockets that you would find on land. So if you are a Johnny Rockets fan, come up here and grab your burger and milkshake. Right off of Johnny Rockets, you do have the video arcade. We're gonna take a quick step inside here. And again, this is another thing that you can spend money on. You'll find some of those things here on board Independence of the Seas. But you'll see plenty of games for the kids. You preload credits onto your card, and then you can come in here and spend those credits and exchange them for prizes. It's actually quite a big arcade. It keeps going on for a while. This is the prize bank in front of me. And up here is going to be where all the kids clubs are. So you've got Explorers right here, which is ages 6 to 8. See some air hockey tables. And then back here again, we saw the entrance to Fuel on the outside, but there's another entrance in here, as well as Voyagers, which are going to be ages 9 to 11. You will find times on all of the doors, so you can know exactly when you're gonna bring those kids here and when you're gonna be able to drop them off. We're gonna walk through the arcade and continue to walk on 12. But all of these kids clubs up here, this is Adventure Ocean. So if you hear people talk about Adventure Ocean, it's gonna be up here on deck 12 towards the back of the ship. There's a lot going on in this arcade. Lots of things to see and do up here at the back of the ship for sure. We're gonna keep walking out here. This is where we're gonna find our elevator bank. So the aft section of the elevator bank, or again, the Centrum elevators is what they call them here on Independence of the Seas. So you have elevators on either side. And we're gonna take a walk back outside. Here's the Aquanauts entrance, so ages 3 to 5. So it's nice. Adventure Ocean has all these different kids clubs for different ages to really split up the kids so they can find a lot of other kids their age, which is nice. As we start to walk on the outer decks of deck number 12, you will see the running and jogging track right there ahead of me. And here you've got Splashaway Bay. This is a great splash pad for kids. This is their section of the pool deck. You've got kids that like to get wet and love water, this will be the place for them. So up here on the jogging and running track, 6 laps around does equal 1 mile. So if you are a jogger or runner, that'll be great information for you to have. There are plenty of loungers up here on deck number 12 too. So if the pool deck, deck number 11, is too full, you can always pop up here and take in some sun. The bright, colorful houses that we're walking past right now, those are known as casitas. So those are cabanas that you can pay for and rent out for the day. If you'd rather have a little bit of a private area with some shade, you can rent these for a cost. They do cost more on sea days than they do on port days. So if you're interested in staying on board during a day and renting one of these, you're gonna be able to save a few bucks. Right around here, you do have the bar that sets up here on deck number 12. It's called the Sky Lounge. So you can see that right here. It is closed right now because we are at port. And then down there you can see the TV screen, as well as a couple of the pools down there. There's multiple pools and hot tubs down on deck number 11. We will get down there in just a minute. But something else that I think you need to know is that if you're in a suite, there's these little sections up here that will be reserved for you. So there's a few chairs with an umbrella on this side. There's a few more on the other side. We've got more casitas on this side of the ship, as well as a lot of other lounge chairs. And right down here, you've got an overlook into the Solarium. So again, we will get down there momentarily. But deck 12 isn't done. I tell you, these upper decks are packed with lots to do. Right in front of me is that entrance into Independence Dunes. So we talked about that already on deck number 13. This would be how you would get over here to get up to the golf course. We're gonna step back inside. We're now in the forward section of Independence of the Seas. Got a nice little bridge with an overlook into the Solarium. And deck number 12 is going to be the second level of the spa. So you've got the spa and the fitness center up here on decks 11 and 12. If you are coming to look to get any type of spa service, like a massage, maybe a haircut, your nails or toenails done, you can do that right here, and you can check in here at the spa. Just past the check-in desk, you do have this beautiful glass staircase that will take you down to the expansive Independence of the Seas gymnasium. Now here you've got women's and men's locker rooms with sauna and steam rooms, and this expansive gymnasium with floor-to-ceiling glass. It is a beautiful, beautiful gymnasium if you're coming to work out on Independence of the Seas. So since we took those stairs down, we've walked out of the gym, and now we are here on deck number 11. So we're here in the forward bank of elevators. We're now gonna walk out into the Solarium. The Solarium is the 18 and up section of the ship. This is gonna be a quieter area on the ship as well. So if you wanna get away from kind of the pool noise and all of the kids on board, this would be the more serene place to come and hang out. It is nice and quiet in here. You've got hot tubs on either side of the massive pool, and these hot tubs are actually cantilevered off of the ship, which is really nice. So it's really beautiful. You've got plenty of loungers up here. I'm gonna walk right over here to show you the bridge that connects either side of the pool, which is really nice. You've got bar stools in the pool as well with a small table, so you can hang out in there. And then you've got the Solarium bar. Again, we're at Grand Cayman, so this is closed for the moment. But the Solarium is really nice and expansive. This is a bigger ship, so it makes sense to have a bigger Solarium. It's a really, really beautiful place to come. And again, take in some amazing views and hang out for the day. There are men's and women's restrooms on either side as you're walking into the main pool deck area. So we just walked past the men's bathroom. As always on a cruise ship, when you see one bathroom on the other side, you probably will find the other bathroom. We have now made it out to the main pool deck. So out here on the main pool deck, you're gonna see all of these loungers. You've got a smoking section over there. So for those that are smokers, this will be the place that you can come down and do that. You've got 3 massive hot tubs, 2 pools, the movie screen, and then right over here is going to be the pool bar. So you've got the pool bar there. The pool bar's a little small, I would say, for the size of a ship. And then this is going to be those suite area section of seats. So these will be reserved for suites, the stadium seating. We're gonna walk right back here and continue to walk around the pool deck. So we're walking past that smoking section right now. And on the other side, you do have plenty of tables and seats. And at the end of the smoking section begins the start of food. There is so much food here on deck number 11. One of my personal favorite venues that I think has ever been on a cruise ship is here. And this is called Fish and Chips. A little bit of a play on words, but that's what we're walking into right now. It sets right off of the splash pad area, which we saw up on deck number 12. So there is that area for the kids. And directly in front of me is going to be Fish and Chips. Now, what can you get at Fish and Chips? Well, I think that you could guess. Of course, you can get fish and chips, but you can also get fried chicken, fried shrimp, fried lobster for an extra cost, or a chicken sandwich. Now, everything is complimentary except for that fried lobster. That is the only thing that does go for a cost over there. Then you do have a bar there, so you can come and pick up food and then pick up a tasty beverage. That is pretty much it for the outdoor section of the pool deck. We are now going to walk inside because there are quite a few more important food venues. Let's head on inside. So we're walking into the back area of the ship, or those aft elevators. Now, as soon as you get in here, you are going to have bathrooms. So women's bathroom right here, and then a men's bathroom will be directly opposite of that. And here we do have the Windjammer Marketplace, as well as 2 specialty restaurant venues, Giovanni's and Chops Grill. Windjammer is, of course, the buffet found here on Independence of the Seas.
Hi, welcome back.
Hello, thank you. So here's going to be where you're going to find all of these food venues. To my left, you've got Giovanni's Table, which is of course going to be the Italian specialty restaurant on board. So that is a restaurant for an additional charge. Directly across from that, you will have Chops Grill. So Chops Grill will be the steakhouse on board. It's a beautiful venue. Again, both of these venues have floor-to-ceiling glass and create a great place to have a nice dinner. Right here you do have the Plaza Bar. This is going to be the bar that you'll find here in the Windjammer. And as we take a right, this will start the massive amounts of food that you will find here on Independence of the Seas. So right up here today, they got Indian food. They have plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables. I will say that's been something I've been really impressed with on this ship is the amount of fresh food. Everything has tasted really fresh, which has been great. That is a perk when you take smaller, shorter cruises. Sometimes they load in food a lot faster. So it's something that people don't really think about, but taking a 4 or 5 night cruise versus taking a 12 or 14 night cruise, you might get a little bit of fresher food because the turnaround is so fast. You got lots of places to sit back here, floor to ceiling glass, plenty of other places to eat, all of these little different areas where you can grab food. You got desserts back here as well as a salad bar and beverage stations. So this is the Windjammer. We are going to now drop on down a few decks and continue checking out the ship. We have made it down to deck number 5. Now, deck number 5 is where the Royal Promenade sits. We're gonna walk through that in a second. But there's another venue with one of the biggest secrets that we're gonna check out right now. Outside of the venue, this venue is called the Star Lounge. It's going to be men's and women's bathrooms. So you've got men's there directly in front of me, women's will be on the opposite side. This is the Star Lounge. The Star Lounge is a multi-use space. They use this space for trivia, for games, late night dancing. There's a giant dance floor in here, and there is a bar. But I said that there is a huge secret in here, and I'm gonna point that out right there. There's a library on the ship to my right. That's not the big secret. But as you come into the Star Lounge, you're going to see a set of glass doors on the right. Now, if you walk through these doors and hang a left, this is going to take you out to the helipad. This ship has a public helipad viewing area. Now, there's a couple additional steps up that you will have to take to get there, but absolutely gorgeous views, and it's open to the public. So many ships today do not have access like this to the helipad for views. This is something that you could easily miss if you're only coming here for a 4 or 5 night cruise. So don't miss that. Come into the Star Lounge, go out those glass doors and walk to the front of the ship, because it's something that you can't always do on cruise ships now in 2024. That was the Star Lounge. We're going to continue to walk here the Royal Promenade and get a really nice view of this large open area here. And this is going to be the main hub or the heart of Independence of the Seas, where you've got a lot of different action going on. As we walk in right in front of me, you are going to start the promenade shops. So there's a number of different shops in here, a lot of opportunities to spend money. Right now we're walking past the market, which is gonna be the place where you can come and purchase liquors, cigarettes, things like that. Again, typically tax-free, which is really great. Right across from that market shop is Sorrento's. Sorrento's is the pizza place on board. This is open late. It's open till 3 a.m. every night here in April of 2024. So they've got lots of different pizza there. They've got a bar there as well right in front of me. And then they've got Coca-Cola freestyle machines for those of you with those drink packages. So we continue to walk here on my left. You've got the port and shopping desk. So if you are interested in shopping at port, you'll want to come and talk to the shopping manager here. And directly across from that is Ale and Anchor. This will be the Irish pub on board. So this will be a bar, an entertainment venue, and a place to hang out and meet friends. You've got a little section here for live music, and there's live music in here almost every single evening. Right across from Ale and Anchor is the entrance into the Casino Royale. And we will get down there on deck number 4. very shortly, but there's a big casino here on the Independence of the Seas. Vintages is your wine venue, so for those that enjoy drinking wine, right through this gangway, you can discover all kinds of different wines. We've got more shops. Right in front of me is the Collection, which is more like a boutique purse shop or bag store. And then of course you've got Regalia Jewelry and Watches on my left. So for those of you that like bags or jewelry, we're pretty much dead midship right now, and that's where you will find those. Here in 2024, Ben & Jerry's is no longer a thing on Royal Caribbean, so you just have the ice cream shop, formerly Ben & Jerry's. It's now Sugar Beach Ice Cream. So you've got ice cream in there for an additional charge. And Cafe Promenade directly across from that. Cafe Promenade is open 24 hours. You've got a coffee shop there, as well as free delicious snacks, small sandwiches, little treats. And you've got Sugar Beach. Sugar Beach, well, I think it kind of speaks for itself. This is the candy shop on board. The shop is right next to Sugar Beach. This is your Royal Caribbean brand shop. So if you're looking for merch, Royal Caribbean merch or Independence of the Seas merch, you can find that there. And Next Cruise is directly across from that. So Next Cruise, you can book your next cruise adventure. Don't forget, if you book with a travel agent, you just have to give them that travel agent's information. You can still use your travel agent and book on board for all of those next cruise booking bonuses. Here is guest services towards the back of the promenade. So if you have any issues, you can come here. And of course, the shore excursions desk is right there as well. So those on-land adventures can be booked down here next to guest services. There is one more bar located here in the promenade, and that is the Champagne Bar. Now, I don't know how much champagne they actually have at this bar, because it is mostly liquors, and they've got their standard Royal Caribbean menu here. But nonetheless, it's still another bar that is really nice to come, hang out in, and chill. Lots of seats. If you can't find seats in the main area of the promenade, this is a great place to come and grab a group of chairs if you've got some people that you're meeting. And it's pretty quiet back here as well. You've got more elevators here. This is, of course, that Centrum elevator bank is what they call it. I kind of like the play on words because it is this open area that goes all the way up, which is kind of a little bit of a throwback to the Centrum on their older ships like Enchantment of the Seas and Grandeur. And then this will be deck 5 of the dining room. The dining room does span decks 3, 4, and 5, so it's a 3-level dining room. And honestly, the dining room in here is beautiful. It's a little bit dated with some of the art, I would say. It's Renaissance themed, but as you can see, this really is a timeless dining room. You've got a lot of the dark woods, a lot of the whites. You have the beautiful chandelier there, and you can see this 3-story dining room that spans up here to deck number 5. You of course can find what dining room you're on by looking at your SeaPass card. It will tell you what time you have dinner as well as which deck you are on. Because again, there are 3 decks and there's several thousand people on this ship. So you're gonna wanna find out where to go for those meals. That was deck number 5. We are now gonna hop down to deck number 4. We have made it down here to deck number 4. Of course, you've got the deck number 4 entrance into the dining room right here. And then you've got men's and women's restrooms on either side of the dining room. I did want to step outside really quickly to show you. They have this outdoor promenade area that is really, really nice. You can walk all the way up and down this deck. And this is also going to be where another smoking section is found. So it's got quite a large smoking section. You can see ashtrays kind of all the way down there, down here on deck number 4. It's a really, really quiet spot. Again, I always say if you don't want the party for the sail away and you want to just come and enjoy a nice quiet sail away, the lower decks are where it's at. As we start to walk through the Centrum elevator bank here, you'll notice in front of me you've got staircases that will take you up to the Royal Promenade where we just came from. But this is a very important venue. This is Boleros. Boleros on the Freedom class ships, which that's what this ship is some of my favorites because it's very open and it's like a party down here every single night. You've got the Boleros bar here to my left, and then directly in front of that you will see the dance floor, and this is where the band plays. So it's not a very big dance floor, and I will say this venue is popular. Every single night it is definitely packed full of people, and the Latin band on board is fantastic. The seating does expand to the other side as well, so you've got additional seating for boleros there. You have a fun picture opportunity right there in that red car that also doubles as a couch. And now we're walking into Playmakers. Playmakers is the sports bar here on Independence of the Seas. You've got the bar right in front of me. And then down here, you've got a lot of different seating. You've got games going, tons of screens, as well as a couple of additional arcade games. You can order food down here. Again, it is a la carte. You do have to pay for it. It is not free or included. And they've kind of spilled the casino into Playmakers a little bit. So as you can see, we're walking out of Playmakers now into the casino, but they've got some of those games sitting there in the lobby area of Playmakers. We are now in Casino Royale. This is Royal Caribbean's casino. This is a completely updated casino. There is a lot of brand new games here on board. If you're someone that likes the new slots, this will be a casino for you. Half of this casino is smoking, one half is not. Right past the bank of elevators there, you do have the casino host desk as well as the cashier. In the middle of the casino, you've got the casino bar. So this area will be where the bartenders will be. And once again, service has been great. There's been a lot of servers walking around here at all times. You've got a number of different tables here. Most of them are $10 minimums. So that is good to know if you are a table player. And we are in port, of course. The casino is closed and a lot of these banks of machines are currently down. We've got a whole brand new bank of games right here. Let me know if you're a casino player, which game is your favorite? As we walk out of Casino Royale, we are walking into Schooner Bar. Schooner Bar is another staple for Royal Caribbean. Schooner Bar also doubles as the piano bar on board. So you can see the actual bar itself right here. And then the piano is there, kind of in the middle of the venue. This venue is also used for a lot of different activities. We came and played trivia in here the other day. They've got some smaller games in here, not any of the large game shows. You've got stairs that will take you up to deck number 5 or down to deck number 3. And then you do have a specialty restaurant here. This is Izumi, hibachi and sushi. So you can just take a look at that right there. Hi. That is, again, one of the specialty restaurants here on Independence of the Seas. Just past Izumi, you do have the forward elevator bank, which we're standing in right now. And then this is going to be the upper entrance to the Theater Royale. Now, the entrance isn't there in the middle, but it is tucked away on either side. So on both sides, you've got the entrance into the theater. We're gonna go down to deck 3 here in just a second and check that out. But just past the theater, you've got more outdoor deck space. So again, the outdoor deck space here on deck number 4 is definitely expansive, which is really nice. For a ship of this size, you've got a lot of outdoor space with a lot of ocean views, which I know quite a few people love. Right up the steps is another area where you can head up to the helipad. So again, there's a couple secret places here that will take you up to the most beautiful views on the ship. That was deck number 4. Let's now hop on down to deck number 3. We've come on down to deck number 3, and here at the front of the ship, you are going to find the entrance into the Royal Theater. Now, just past these glass doors, you do have expansive space for entertainment. This is a 2-level theater. It spans deck 3 and deck 4, and this is where they have the Broadway musical Grease. Not only do they do Grease in here, they do several other shows during your cruise. There'll be activities, or shows I should say, in here every single evening. So you'll want to come into the deck 3 or 4 Royal Theater and check out those awesome shows. The cast here has been phenomenal. So we are here on deck number 3 now in the back of the ship, so those Centrum elevators. Right off the elevators, you do have the Park West Art Gallery, so that's kind of here in the middle area. You can come and view a lot of art. There is the entrance, of course, to the main level of dining, deck number 3, with men's and women's bathrooms on either side of the dining room. But you're gonna actually find those here just past the elevators. So here's the men's, the women's is directly across from me. We're walking past all this beautiful art. Like I said, if you're a Park West Art Gallery collector, deck number 3 will be the place for you, and that's where the Park West offices are as well. And just past Park West, we're entering into Focus, which is the photo gallery on board. So now they've got all of these amazing touch screens where you can touch your SeaPass card and view your different pictures that you've taken throughout this cruise. You can hire professional photographers to take pictures of you here, and you can also purchase cameras and other things. If you possibly are looking for SD cards or memory sticks, they will sell those here on deck number 3. Last but certainly not least, we have got Studio B. Studio B is the ice skating rink on board. So there is, of course, an ice skating show on Independence of the Seas. We saw it. It's amazing. Do not miss it. But this is your pretty standard Studio B for this class of ship. Seating kind of in a giant square. And then they do often do other activities in here like open ice skating. So if you want to try to ice skate yourself, I would not recommend doing the triple axel, but you can check that out here on deck number 3. Outside of this area, the only other spot is down on deck number 2 towards the front of the ship, and that is the conference center. So if you're here for business, you can check that out there. Well, thank you so much for watching and coming on this tour of Independence of the Seas. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. More Independence content will be coming soon on the channel. So if you're coming on Independence of the Seas anytime soon, you'll want to hit the subscribe button. Again, my name's Jordan. This is JJ Cruise. Until next time, see ya.